Microvita and Cosmology. 10th of June, 1989, Calcutta. In human beings and other animals, some propensity or other is either activated or slowed down by the impact of different inferences at various stages. Though this is not an easy subject, the impact that the inferences have at various stages on the body, mind, propensities, mass, hormones, etc., must be studied. We have to study the impact of inferences on the human body, the human mind and human psycho-spirituality. The inferences of sound, touch, form, taste and smell all operate on different planes and their effects are also different. Doer or Krta Purus is the concentrated form of positive and negative microvita in the universal arena, maintaining equilibrium functioning in the arena of the universe. Positive microvita are utilized for physico-psycho-spiritual practice. Energy is Noah I or Jine Purus A, plus and minus the microvita passing through the universe. Sadhana is not possible without taking proper food because the vital energy one derives from food is a transformed form of other energies. Only positive and negative microvita will not do. Vital energy is also required. Microvita come from outer space, from the extended universe and the universal planes, through sound and other inferences. Sound and other inferences have various planes, stages and phases. Microvita pass through the different phases of these inferences. Positive microvita are concerned with energy or the psychic realm and negative microvita are concerned with the physical body because the physical body contains inferences, that is, matter. Matter is clearly associated with inferences, the original planes of inferences or the reflected or refracted planes of inferences. For example, mind receives the odor of a rose flower, but in the microcosmic plane of odor. This odor encourages certain propensities and discourages others. The mind certainly runs towards propensities, but one cannot achieve success by suppressing the propensities because more energy will be consumed in this effort. One has to divert the propensities by learning the art of pratyahara. Now, the question is, how do positive and negative microvita maintain both equilibrium and equipoise in the universal strata in the physical, physico-psychic, psychic and psycho-spiritual realms? Microvita have nothing to do directly with the spiritual stratum. Positive microvita equal negative microvita, that is, the sum total of positive microvita equals the sum total of negative microvita. This is so in the entire macrocosm and in individual microcosmic structures. If there is overutilization of positive microvita during psychic and psycho-spiritual practices, then there will be a shortage of positive microvita for balancing the negative microvita in the physical and physico-psychic strata. Because the sum total of positive and negative microvita must balance each other. Thus, human beings should utilize their strength in all the strata. In the physical strata, utilize the immense power of negative microvita, otherwise the surplus of the negative microvita will become very strong due to accumulation. Good people should not go to the Himalayan caves. Rather, remaining in society, they should serve the society in the physical and physico-psychic strata with the help of negative microvita, and in the psychic and psycho-spiritual strata with the help of positive microvita. If good people neglect the use of negative microvita in the physical stratum, catastrophes are sure to come. Everything will be in pell-mell order. 1. Supreme Universal Entity, Nirvishes. The Supreme Cognitive Principle and the Supreme Cognitive Creative Faculty and / maintaining universal equilibrium and equipoise. 2. Supreme Attributional Principle, Savishes. Subjective. Objective. A. Knowing principle or su, pramundane knowledge. Expressed energies of different characters indestructible, interchangeable and intertransmutable. A. Planes of microcosmic and macrocosmic propensities. Different strata of mind, conscious, subconscious, physico-psychic, psychophysical and psychospiritual. B. Doing principle or supramundane seed of the actional principle, ready for being sprouted. Microvita of different characters, either of positive or negative nature, collectively maintaining the balance of the actional universe, creating initial forms of carbon atoms that help macro and micro propensities in having their pure physical auxiliary media with mass and won'ts. B. Planes of universal macrocosmic inferences and their reflected or refracted inferences. Planes of inferences which are being activated, accelerated and stimulated by a. Subjective. A. Subjective relates to and controls, b. Objective and b. Subjective relates to and controls, a. Objective. A. Subjective is the field of psychospiritual laboratory research and b. Objective is the field of external laboratory research. In the case of a. Subjective, results cannot come within external laboratory tests. This is a new line of thinking, a new philosophical approach. Here Noah I or Doer I are not necessarily the Mahat, Aham or Sita of philosophy. It is a new school of philosophical thought. It has no connection with Mahat, Aham and Sita. New Samkrta terms will have to be created. Noah I is Jnana Purus. Doer I is Krta Purus. Abstract is vastha. Non-attributional is Nirvishes. Attributional is Savishes. Positive and negative microvita maintain equilibrium in the b. Subjective chamber of the supreme attributional principle. That is why during the bifurcation, the unitary strength remains the same, the subjective and objective having equal value in strength during the phase of reduction. There should not be negative use of negative microvita and there must not be negative use of positive microvita. You should always be positive. In the physical sciences, there are immense possibilities for the positive use of negative microvita. Positive and negative microvita are both necessary for balance. Due to the excessive use of positive microvita, it will become difficult to control and balance the negative microvita in the physical and physico-psychic strata because there will be a shortage of positive microvita. You must not run after occult powers. In communist and capitalist countries, there is plenty of unutilized positive microvita because of the excessive use of negative microvita in the physical and physico-psychic strata in the society. That is why there is the problem of immorality, etc. There must be full utilization of the accumulated excess positive microvita through sadhana, service, etc. To solve this problem, by splitting up the atom, immense energy is released. This is due to the fact that the energy which is packaged up in matter comes out. To claim that energy is obtained due to the destruction of matter is theoretical and not physically proven. In fact, the energy comes out from within the store of the atom. Energy always requires a material shelter, a container. After the destruction of the container, the immense released energy moves very fast with tremendous speed in all directions in search of some or other material shelter. Finally, it finds a way in some country, in some human physical body, in structures and other material objects scattered around, or in the ocean, etc. Matter needs a shelter, and the shelter of matter is the earth. This is the secret. When the original inferences come in contact with the plane of the universe, they are either reflected or refracted. The unit cannot have the original inference. It has to depend upon and surrender to the cosmic reflecting entity. This is spiritual practice in the last phase. There are 51 propensities in men. Positive Microvita elevate the upgrading propensities, but the field of activity for negative Microvita is the Manipakakra and below. Suppose the application of negative Microvita in the region just below the Manipakakra helps to cure the fear complex in a sadhaka. At the same time it may also provide courage. But negative Microvita can also do harm to others. If one uses positive Microvita in the physical and physico-psychic strata as in the case of Avidya Ta ntrikas, it will create imbalance affecting spiritual growth. By excessive use of positive Microvita, balance will again be lost. The 10th of June, 1989, Calcutta. Published in Microvitam in a Nutshell, a compilation.